If you'll just start with some remarks and then go.
Sure. I thought our pitching was phenomenal tonight. I thought it was a good pitcher's duel back and forth. Our offense making some adjustments, just not soon enough for us to get the win tonight. But end of the day, our pitching staff and our defense did a phenomenal job tonight.
I have a question. You guys played the Volts earlier in the season. What sort of adjustments did you guys see from them that you may not have been prepared for?
I think offensively we were prepared. I just don't think that we were able to execute in the timely moments. I think NiJaree has definitely settled in and she's gotten more comfortable. She was a better pitcher today than she was at the beginning of the year. And I feel like we were prepared for that and prepared for her. Just couldn't get the timely hit when we needed to.
Anthony Rivera with Sports Canady. There was a lot of excitement about at least coming into the park today.
Yeah.
How do your team manage that? What was the energy like?
Yeah, it's really funny. Anytime Carlin or Reese go in the game, no matter where we are, the crowd goes bananas. So it's nothing new. And I feel like our team manages it really well. They celebrate that. And Reese is just a phenomenal teammate and a phenomenal human. So it's really easy to be happy for her. But that has definitely been the case everywhere we've gone. Just the cheering and the excitement for her. Whether she goes in the game or she starts the game. So yeah, that's been pretty consistent for her this year.
I've got a couple questions on Zoom for you from Charles May, Southeastern Softball Wire. His first question is back-to-back games with an extra inning loss and now a 4th overall loss. What is the mentality right now for the team, especially with the season drawing to a close and ground still to cover?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is that our pitching staff is great. We're making some good moves on the mound. We're adjusting to hitters really well. Our defense has been playing really well. It's just the offense that's in a little bit of a struggle right now, just a little bit of a dry spell, just not getting the timely hit. But I fully believe we have the right people in place to do that. And once we start scoring again, I think it's just going to keep coming. But what we're learning through this is our pitching is really, really tough and our defense is really, really tough. And our offense has been there. We've seen it. We know that we can do it. So it's just going to take one time for that snowball to start rolling.
So speaking of the pitching duels and how the offensive production has trailed off as the season's gone on, is that due to great pitching or is the offense just in a slump right now?
Well, I definitely due to great pitching. I think the pitchers on all sides have gotten better and adjusted, and the offense needs to adjust too. So it's not a lack of effort. It's not a lack of trying. It's not a lack of preparation. Our offense wants it really bad. Sometimes we think they want it a little bit too much, that they're a little bit tense in those moments. So it's just freeing them up a little bit in their mindset. But we have every tool. We have every player we need to make it happen. We're just not there right now.
You have all been good with runners in scoring position this year, but have struggled in that spot lately. Do you feel this team is back to pressing?
Yeah, I think we are a little bit, I think we're a little bit tense and just trying. Everybody wants to be the one to get it done. And we've talked about that, about just freeing ourselves up a little bit to just let it happen, not trying so hard to make it happen. But what I like is that we're continuing to get runners on. We're continuing to put pressure on. So we just got to open that floodgate, with 1 run scored. I think it's going to open the floodgate for us the rest of the year.
And the last question from him, NiJaree, what made her so tough tonight?
Yeah, I thought she was commanding her stuff really well on both sides of the plate. She was tough for righties. She was tough for lefties. You could see that in the contact we were making. So her stuff was really good tonight and we just didn't barrel a ton of stuff up. When we did hit it, it wasn't hard. It wasn't going a ton of places fast. So she was definitely spinning her stuff and locating it well, just commanding both sides of the plate.
One more question. The offense was great. A lot of hits and a lot of big hits. They just weren't deep enough. How do you fine tune that power?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think for the coaching staff, we go back to looking at our preparation and making sure that that's where we need it to be. And making sure that we have the right people in the right order in the lineup. Our team has power. We absolutely do. So yeah, I think part of it is the tense, part of it is just trying so hard and squeezing the bat maybe a little bit too tight and just pressing to make it happen. Instead of just relaxing and being free and knowing that it's going to happen, like getting our swing off early, and putting a good barrel on it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thank you, Jeff.
Obviously hats off to the Bolts tonight. We've been pushing the envelope to try to get a win, and today we just had a really great performance by NiJaree. And the offense just kept going until we could finally push the run across. So, some great defensive plays to put us in that spot to win a ball game. That play that Jennings made up the middle, to me is the play of the game. But just a great performance by NiJaree. It was nice to watch all her hard work pay off tonight.
So Don Chad, Awesome American Statesman. NiJaree, this is your first win in the AUSL, and you probably looked your best for a very long time. What was working for you? What was the switch that just clicked for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've just been like chipping away, just trying to get better. Obviously my debut and first couple week games didn't go the way I wanted, but I think I've been working really well. And then obviously I've been working hard with Coach Josh too, and he's put a lot of time with me, and he's been working really hard with me too, and watching film, so I have to give him a lot of credit.
Your defense was on another level today. I think Romo set the tone early with that double play, but how is it having your defense behind you, and how did that pump you up throughout the rest of the game?
Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm wanting to just pound the zone and knowing they have my back. They made some amazing plays, especially late in the game, plays up the middle and just keeping them from scoring, especially at the end of the game.
You also seem to just, the second you would get a base runner, you would dial in and just go up to another level. What was that mentality as they got people on base, but you shut them down?
Yeah, honestly, just trying to flush whatever mistake I made before, whenever it's a walk or a hit, just knowing I could control that, so just going at the next batter.
Since there were a couple of jams, what are your teammates telling you? What is Michaela telling you to just settle in and just breathe and just the next pitch is the right one?
Yeah, actually she's usually giving me just cues on where that pitch was, which I can learn from and then make the next pitch better.
NiJaree, this is happening with Hookham Sports Media. You have such an explosive celebration. You close out a set, but outside of that, you are super calm. What's the story there? Are you?
I don't know. I feel like just when I'm I don't know. I feel like when I'm in the circle, it's just a different energy. I mean, I feel like everything starts in the circle too. Just knowing my team's gonna or the team's gonna just carry off of me and Michaela. So just knowing that.
Jalia, your momentum seems to be picking up the last few weeks. What's the routine like on the field?
Early BP, literally every day. Our team has been grinding during the early BP, and I think that's just been our routine. We're one swing away, and tonight really showed, he's aggressive in the box, base running, and defense having NiJaree's back, and we just continue to go in.
This team's really young, and we have two rookies here. How do y'all balance the kind of the newness of being in the league while also stepping up in these big moments and being able to make the plays when you need to?
I think softball, at the end of the day, it's just the game, and I think just learning from Tia and Romo and the position, they've been in, and just learning the game and continue to apply our game as well. We bring the energy and bring, the fun side of softball, and then, Romo and Tia bring the serious side. So we just really make a great combo.
Coach Woodard, NiJaree, this one is for you. What was any discussion like about whether going to the bullpen to bring in Benny or just have NiJaree finish the game?
There was no discussion. It was her game. Can I just point out one thing? I think you guys have the best center fielder in the league sitting up here. Some of the plays that she's made for us this year, I think go underrated because we're not winning games. But some of those plays that she's made in the outfield for us have been unbelievable.
I actually did want to touch on that. When you're out there, you're jumping over the fence, you're making dives, you're doing all sorts of things. How do you keep how do you protect your body?
Mel, our strength coach, she does a lot for us, and I literally get in a cold tub every day after the game. So I just know myself and know what I need to recover from that, but just keep going, having fun with it, and take those chances in the game.
With y'all snapping a losing streak, y'all getting a win at home, how does that momentum help y'all going into tomorrow to finish up a series? And Monday to finish it.
One game at a time. We have nothing to lose, and that's kind of our motto right now. Just keep going. Some of the games we have no luck with it. And I think today was just an awesome game of us not giving up and continue to go. And we're just going to keep going from here.
Got one question from Charles Mays from the Southeastern Softball Wire for you, Coach Woodard. Is there anything you've continued to learn about this team? How does it feel to see them continue to fight regardless of the outcome of the season?
Yeah, that's been the fun part to watch about them. Early on, a couple weeks ago when things nothing was going our way, we just talked about doing things like pros. Like you're in a pro league, be pros. Win or lose, handle the game like pros. And I think we've done a really good job of that. I watch these young ladies, the luck just has not gone our way in the last few games, and they still sign autographs and they still treat the fans like that's the people that they are. And so I think at the end of the day, good character usually finds us. And I think that's what this group has done. They just have been handling their business like pros. They've been going at it. They've been working at it. It's nice to see it finally pay off for them.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Oh, can I also say this? I think Michaela needs to get a lot of credit too, because that game doesn't happen without her. She was amazing. The whole night.
She did a good job.
Want to say anything? Just want to make sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great night.